This video covers the ALEX topic graphing a line given its equation in slope-intercept form with fractional slope. So first off, we need to talk about what slope-intercept form is. So the slope-intercept form of an equation for a non-vertical line with slope m and y-intercept b is y equals mx plus b. And we like our linear equations in this form because it tells us the slope and the y-intercept. If I'm given an equation that looks like this, which is what we call standard form, I don't know nothing about the slope, I don't know anything about the y-intercept, so it's hard to visualize what my line looks like. So here I've got two examples. This has a slope of 3/4 and a y-intercept of -3. Here I have a slope of 2, but my y-intercept is 0 because I haven't added anything onto that. So what is slope? Well, slope defines the steepness of a line. There are 4 different types of slope. Positive slope, which makes it look like it's going uphill. Negative slope, which makes our graph look like it's going downhill. Horizontal slope, where the slope is 0, and undefined slope. We'll be getting to horizontal and vertical slope later on in this playlist, so keep watching. But for now, we're going to focus on uphill and downhill, so positive and negative slope. One thing to know is that slope is the change in our y over the change in our x. We call that rise over run. So we aren't really calculating slope right now. It'll be given to us, but we are going to learn how to calculate it. Again, keep watching this playlist. It's a good playlist. So our slope for this equation is that we have right here is going to be going up 3 and over 1. So my slope is up 3 over 1. Because it's up, it's going to be positive. If we were going down, it would be negative. Okay, so let's practice graphing some lines with fractional slope. We're going to do 4 examples. I'm going to do 2 at a time, clear the screen for clarity, and move on from there. So the first thing we need to know is that when graphing a line, I need at least 2 points. Because if I only have 1 point, there are infinitely many lines I could draw through that point. If I have 2 points, there's only 1 line that I can draw through those 2 points. The first point is always the y-intercept. Why? It's given to you, right? So for example, this first problem, I have y equals -1/2 x plus 2. So I know my y-intercept is a positive 2. I'm going to go ahead and plot that point. Next, I see it's a -1/2. So I know that this graph is going to look like it's going downhill. It's important to practice visualizing what your graphs look like. So I have -1/2. That means I'm going to go down because it's negative, and then to the right 2. We always move to the right. So I'm going to go down -1 and right 2. Let's go. Down 1, right 1, 2. Let's do it again. Down 1, right 1, 2. Up across my x-axis, right? Down 1 over 2. I don't have to do this so many times, but it's good to practice how to find the next point using slope. So I'm going to go ahead and graph this. I put little arrows at the end because this line goes on and on forever, even past the visualization of the coordinate plane that I have here. So this is y is -1/2 x plus 2. Let's switch colors. I like orange. For y equals 2/3 x minus 8. So -8, that's my y-intercept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so here's -8. And then my slope is 2/3. So this is positive. My graph is definitely looking like it's going uphill. So I go up 2 and right 3. So I'm going to go up 2, right 3, up 2, right 3. I could do this forever, but I probably shouldn't. So we've got enough points. We can go ahead and graph our line, putting little arrows at the end. This is y is 2/3 x minus 8. So I'll give us a second to, kind of take that in, and then we'll plot these next two. I'm going to go ahead and clear our notes so far. So next in blue, I've got y is -5/2 x minus 1. Minus 1's my y-intercept. My slope is -5/2, which means I'm going downhill, right? Down 5 and to the right 2. So I go ahead and plot my y-intercept. When y is -1, this is y, this is x. I'm going to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to the right 2. Again, I'm going to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and to the right 2. I'm just barely off of my coordinate plane, and I can go ahead and graph this line as best as possible. This is y is -5/2 minus 1. -5/2 x. It's important to know it's -5/2 x minus 1. Now I have y equals 6/5 x plus 7. So 7 is my y-intercept. And my slope is 6/5, so this is positive. It's going to look like one of these. We're going up 6 and to the right 5. So I've got 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if I try and go up 6, I'm like way off my grid. Well, the opposite of going up 6 and right 5 would be to go down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and to the left 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to keep myself on my coordinate plane. Now, you can see that if I was to go up 6 from this point and then go over 5, I'd end up back at where I was supposed to be, right? So you can do the opposite to stay on your coordinate plane. Oh, that was terrible. Oh, I graphed that line terribly. Let's try again. So here's my line. Y equals 6/5 x plus 7.